On Monday, little Miss Bossy went for a walk. She met Mr. Nosy. "Where are you going?" he asked her. "Mind your own business," she said. On Tuesday, she met Mr. Noisy. He was singing noisily. "Of course, shut up," she told him. On Wednesday, she met Mr. Happy. He was smiling as usual. "Take that silly smile off your face." As you can imagine, little Miss Bossy wasn't very popular, to say the least. Now little Miss Bossy little did little Miss Bossy realize, but somebody had seen her bossing Mr. Nosy about, and that same somebody had seen her bossing Mr. Noisy about, and the self-same somebody had seen her bossing Mr. Happy about. The Wizard went home thinking, "I really got to do something about little Miss Bossy," he thought to himself as he walked along. When he arrived home, he went straight to his library and took down a large red book from his bookshelf. It was rather dusty, as it hadn't been read for some time. "Now let's see," he said to himself as he settled into an armchair. He turned the page 304, and at the top of the page said, "How to Stop Being People Bossy." Wilfred the Wizard read the page very carefully, shut the book, and put it back on the bookshelf, and grinned a peculiar, wizardy sort of a grin. The day after, which was Thursday, little Miss Bossy met somebody who was fast asleep as usual. "Mr. Lazy, wake up!" She bossed him around and poked him in the tummy. "Ouch!" protested Mr. Lazy, but behind little Miss Bossy, Wilfred the Wizard, who had been following her, said something too under his breath. A wizardy word he'd learned from page 304. And do you know what happened? And suddenly, as if by magic, which is true, there appeared on little Miss Bossy's feet a pair of boots. One minute they weren't there, the next minute they were. Little Miss Bossy looked down in alarm. They were magic boots, and being magic, they could speak to each other. "Hello, left," said the right boot. "Hello, right," said the left boot. "Ready when you are." "Right," said left, and they set off. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Faster and faster, marching poor little Miss Bossy along. Little Miss Bossy couldn't do anything about it. Mr. Lazy was much astonished. "Well done, Wilfred," he cackled. Wilfred winked a wizardy wink. Those boots marched little Miss Bossy for 5 miles. She was exhausted. "Ready, left," said the right boot. "Ready," said left. "Men," said right. "Stop," said left. And they came to a halt. Little Miss Bossy was quite out of breath. She tried to take the shoes off, but it was impossible. Along came Wilfred. "Those," said Wilfred, pointing at the boots, "are only for people who are too bossy. Make them go away at once!" cried little Miss Bossy, stamping her foot. Well, at least she tried to stamp her foot, but the boot wouldn't let. "We're out of stamps," cackled right. Left giggled. "You will do as I say!" shouted little Miss Bossy. "Ready when you are," said right. Right away, replied Left. Quick march, and they set off again. Left, right, for 10 miles. When they stopped again, and along came Wilfred. "Make these stupid boots go away!" shouted little Miss Bossy. "Only if you say the magic word," replied Wilfred. Little Miss Bossy thought and thought and thought and thought and thought. And thought again and again. "Please," she said. "That's better," smiled Wilfred, and he said the wizardy word again under his breath from page 300, and the boots disappeared as if by magic. "Now then," said Wilfred sternly, wagging his finger to stop wagging his fingers. "Stop being bossy, or you know what will happen." Little Miss Bossy nodded miserably. "Well, very well," smiled Wilfred, and went. And do you know something? From then on until of Little Miss Bossy was a changed person, not bossy at all. And do you know why? Don't you? She's afraid of Bossy Boo!